No, it's not. It's not even there like that. It's there, but it's not there like that. So they need to pay more attention to it and make sure that festivals like Ghana Fest, Afro Fest, Caribbean Fest, all these things that are highlighting African cultures, they get more funding. Okay. So they could pay artists and bands correctly to keep it moving, because that is the only way we could sell it. I could say that I'm one of the pioneers of getting African music in Toronto and actually Canada to the mainstream.
Mr. Slimflex.
Yes, sir.
Wow. What an honor
to
have with you here.
Nice seeing you.
You know, can I be honest with you?
Talk to me.
When I saw you on the stage,
yes,
I was right at the back. We were one of the first guests.
Okay.
As you showed up at the event.
Okay.
So now what happened was it was kind of slow, and I've seen few artists, you know, that shows up, you know, and then my partner said, "Listen, you know what? It doesn't look like it's about to start at any time. Okay. So can we just go, maybe grab something to eat, and then show up later?"
Okay.
So we were kind of, you know, reluctant in between whether we should stay a bit or go, you know, and then go. So we decided to go grab some food.
Okay.
But then guess what? There was like a complete different energy altogether after some time. And we looked around. I said, "Man, this is impossible." And it was Slimflex.
Yes.
Amazing. Tell me about you. Who are you, by the way?
All right. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again on your thing. And Slimflex is just a Ghanaian born artist, Afrobeat artist, who is now based in Toronto, been here for some time. Actually, I could say that I'm one of the pioneers of getting African music in Toronto and actually Canada to the mainstream. Doing that with my first ever thing that I did, song that I did, ending up on Much Music and also on like Flow. I mean, this is way back. So we've been here trying to put, like the same culture. I'm a very cool, collective guy, you know, full of energy on stage.
Absolutely.
My outward, like when you see me outside, it's different from when I'm on stage.
You know the saying, right? The proof of the pudding is in the eating.
Exactly. So for me,
what you've seen from outside, you know, and then I've seen what I've also seen from inside.
Exactly.
And then seeing your performance was just amazing.
Exactly.
You know, and then tell me, how did music come to you?
To be honest, music is something that has been in my family from my mom's side.
Wow.
Yeah, because my mother used to be a very great praise and worship leader. My senior sister, same. And then even my junior brother, who passed not too long ago, actually.
Wow. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's okay. R.I.P. to him. Also being like that. So while I was young, what I remember was that when I was young, and I'm talking around 6, 7, my grandmom's church, like my grandmom used to run a prayer camp. And I used to be like singing the gospels and things like that. And sometimes when I'm singing, when I'm singing, like the big people will be so happy, they'll be giving me money and I didn't understand.
Amazing.
You know, but as time went on, you know, like my love for music developed. And then when I went to boarding house, that's what actually defined me, because it was at the boarding house that I got to expose to other genres of music other than gospel. And I came to know rap, I came to know hip, you know, and reggae and all these things. So from there, it's been down till I actually came to Canada. When I came to Canada in the 2000s, I decided to let me try my hands on this thing like professionally and see.
And then would you say that, you know, you moving, you know, between, you know, from Canada, you know, from Africa, which is Ghana, all the way down to Canada, does that kind of, you know, impact on your music in the growth? Did you see it growing, you know, forward, or did you find yourself kind of, you know, in between, juggling, you know, between two lives?
Truth is, you never know the outcome of something until you do it, right?
That's right.
And I didn't move to Canada because I wanted to pursue music.
Oh, okay.
I moved to Canada because my pops brought me here.
Okay.
Had to go to school. I went to school here. I went high school, all these things here and stuff. But then like the music is something that has always been in me.
That's right.
So it was in the year 2004 that I decided that let me try my hands on one or two music, and then from there I just started with it. You know, recording at with Big OJ you know, and other people, recording with Nama 4 and other local groups that were around at that particular time.
Yeah.
So from there, you know, people kept telling me, "Yo, you're the best out of everyone. You're the best out of everyone." So I said, "Okay, you know what?" Finally gave in, like the year 2007. I did my first album called Royalty. And
we are definitely, you know, gonna talk more in depth, you know, on that department, right? Yeah, because I did, you know, a couple of, you know, I've been like, you know, going through some of your albums, you know, and on YouTube and stuff, you know. I've seen some amazing, you know, clips that I'm really fascinated.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, you know, tell me, you've been in Canada with this talent, you know, that you've got. Would you say that, you know, because you actually sitting with all the opportunities, you can actually become anything that you want. So now that you chose to, you know, music as your career, and also, do you think Canada is the right place? Because you are about 2 blocks away from New York. You can literally actually travel down, do your stuff, and then back here. So, you know, why is it that everything has to be remain here? Is it that, you know, you have to support it in some way? Okay, you know, I mean,
like truth is, if you're asking if Canada presents opportunities for artists, I would say yes and no.
Okay.
Yes, because those artists that knows and have people links and stuff, they are able to tap into whatever is happening. I know the government gives a lot of money, a lot of grants, but the thing is, who is writing you the right grants for you to get that money?
That's right.
Now, let's say some years back, it was very hard for you as an Afrobeat artist to even get a show or to get a mainstream show. Now, with programs like Afrofest, Ghana Fest, and stuff coming around, it is putting artists who are of local descent on stage and now getting us little by little proper representation, even on radio stations. So yes, it is going good. You did made mention of New York being right here. Yes, but someone needs to take you, Toronto artists, to New York to perform. And all of that will depend on the promotion of it. So that's why I said we might have it, but you might not know how, or excuse me to say, how good or bad it is until you are doing it, right? So for me, it is all about making sure that you are putting out the product and you're making sure that people are seeing the artist that you are and the work that you're doing. Saying, Canada, Toronto, it presents opportunities, right? But then you really have to be out there to have someone in order for you to gain those opportunities to use. So it would take people like you who create content, see good talent, and want to, you know, showcase them for people to see. And then through that, you get people actually buying into what is going on. So yeah, it does help you, but at the same time, if you don't know or you don't have the link, it's not really doing nothing.
Yeah, amazing. Do you, well, where do you see your music in the next 5 years?
Music is always going to go higher and higher. Like I said before, when we came to Canada, there was nothing like African parties.
That's right.
We had to create African parties and African festivals. And now we are seeing mainstream artists like Drake and all of them doing Afrobeat.
That's right.
We've seen Afrobeat being played in the big screen. We've seen it at the Apollos and everywhere. That's telling you that the African dream is being realized. So if you're an artist who is hooked in, the hard work would also project you as the general goes further.
Because I've seen a lot, you know, of opportunity coming now, like you said, you know, with the African artists, because someone will have to work extremely hard. So if you have to take it all the way back to, you know, the Fela Kuti, you know, and then we've got our Ghanaian artists, you know, like, you know, I used to, and I remember, you know, when I was growing up, you know, my parents used to play this Lumba Brothers.
Lumba.
All this, you know, artists, you know, like, you know, seems to be doing, you know, kind of, you know, bringing in the hype. Then it was something completely new to the Western.
Yes.
You see, and then now for some reason, some, you know, have kind of pushed the boundary. Now we've got the opportunity. You know, you guys are here also now making the waves. Okay, are you also looking in, you know, to collab with other, you know, artists that are also kind of, you know, like let's say that some of the American, you know, artists?
Yeah. Okay. So see it this way. collaborations are good, but it has to be with the perfect timing and the right artist.
Yes.
You might go think that, oh, maybe if I take Lady Gaga and do a song with Lady Gaga, it's going to be a hit. No. Doing a song with a major act doesn't necessarily guarantee a hit.
Okay.
It gets you a little exposure, but how far can that exposure really take you?
That's right.
Right? So for me, collaborations are good. And I have had, like a couple of good collaborations. They just not been out yet, pretty much. I'm still looking out to tap into more of the A-list artists to also tap into. Yeah, but like I said, it all depends, because I'm the type where, let's say there's no star in Ghana that I don't have a song with, right? But that is not it, right? Because I've been doing this for long.
Absolutely.
So I have to really know that this is the taste I want. This is the type of production I want. This is the type of collaboration I want to do. And if you watched me on stage, most of my songs it's like things that I collaborate, even not with artists, I do it with other people. Number one, I back then I had a Jamaican management. So most of the times I went to Jamaica, shot videos in Jamaica, collaborated with Jacquier and you know, some big acts and stuff like that. So with things like that, it's there, right? Like I said, things like that is there, but it has to be the right collaboration. Has to be the right artist.
So in that case, you know, knowing, you know, like you said, timing is a key, right? So how do you know if you are making the right moves, you know, in terms of collaborating with other artists?
Okay, so it is the wave.
Yeah.
You first have to know the wave.
Yeah.
What is happening now?
Right.
Who is doing what is happening now?
Okay.
Do you have what it takes to fit into what is happening now? So that whatever you do, with a little that whoever is hot at that time brings in, you're still standing on your own.
That's right.
They're not overshadowing your craft.
Absolutely.
It's not like, oh, if the star didn't come on it, like the song would be trash, or the collaboration wouldn't have been great, right?
Yeah.
You always have to be prepared. Look at the mood, time it, get the right message. It's like picture me doing, let me say, a ganja song. Let me just use that. Let me do a marijuana song. And guess who I'm featuring? Pastor Don Clockin. People will be like,
no.
Right? But let me see, I'm going to feature Burna Boy in my weed music or in my gyration type of music. People would understand because he relates to that. So that's why I said it's factors. For me, it's factors. It's factors that leads me to actually collaborate with anyone.
That's amazing, because what you said is profound. Timing and how to approach certain things, you know, in the way that turning into an opportunity is the key.
Yeah, you have
to. It's absolute key.
Yeah, you have to.
So, like now, you know, there is, you know, with also the Afro, you know, the festival that is now also showing up. I see, you know, you guys have been quite busy, and then when I look at you also with your performance, it's not just also you know what I can say, that you are not selfish. You performed, and right after that I also see you at the back also being like a back singer for, what's his name again? Akwaboah. That's right. That was amazing. That really striking attention as well.
Okay, to be honest with you, Akwaboah is my friend from childhood. We were all pretty much in the same camp. He used to play the keyboards for one of the legends that I was mentoring under. So he was more of a close friend to me. We've played shows together, even in Ghana. Way back in Ghana before we even reunited here. So when he came and we were about to start, I think for the first rehearsal, we found out that we didn't have backup singers. Right? Because that's something that this city is lacking, like backup singers for African artists. We don't usually have it. I, for one, have a backup singer, but she's Jamaican, right? So with my brother being like that, I just couldn't leave him. I had to make sure, because he's the headliner. And if I have done my show and people have appreciated me, I should only make sure that his show goes a success. Right? So I had no choice but to stay on stage with him, give him the confidence, give him the morale. Not that he can't hold. You saw an amazing act that he is, but I had to be on stage to add my little quarter to his success, right? Because we all ride on each other's success one way or the other. Now, you see, I was backstage thinking I'm helping my brother to have a good show. You as a media content creator, you seeing like, oh, this guy could actually do backups too. Yes, I could do. You know, so for me,
that was great. That was really cool.
So that was why.
And he's leaving today.
He's leaving from here.
That was a short visit, eh?
Yeah, he actually came for Ghana first. That's why he came.
Yeah.
So we will look in the pipeline to see if we could put a festival or put a show, at least a show together for him.
Yeah.
Now that we know the Toronto crowd loves him.
Yes.
We are going to try to put together a good show for him.
Yeah,
so he comes and satisfy the crowd, because the people were not happy. It's like they still wanted more.
Definitely.
Yeah, people still wanted more. He did an excellent job beyond. I mean, I'm a performer.
Yeah.
And when I see another great performer, you only have to appreciate.
Definitely.
So
he went beyond our expectations.
Oh yes, he did. So for one, I'm just gonna make sure that I see him, talk to him about it as we get to the airport. And see how best we could come back.
Yeah, and let him know also, we're going to show some of his clip.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Almost a time, so. I love you guys.
On this interview as well.
Okay.
Right? And then coming back to performance, I know that you are working on a new album.
Yes.
Because I've also seen some of the the album that you released on YouTube, and it was really amazing. I love the the content. It looks absolutely top.
Thank
you. I know that an artist you guys don't always like to disclose.
No. To be honest with you, thanks for the opportunity. Like since 2018, I have not dropped any project that is an album or an EP.
Okay.
I've just been doing singles, and it was because I was waiting for the opportune time, the right sound, the right music, and also the right backing. Right now, I have my own little label that I've started, and through that, I've been able to release at least 4 songs by myself. So right now we're just asking for more investment, more collaborators in terms of the financing, because putting together a project is not an easy thing. So we've seen how we could get 1,000 here, 1,000 there, put it together, and then give the crowd what they want. Like I said, I don't like to rush things. I see music as an act, as a craft. I want to take my time, make it clean. When you touch, you see, since 2018 I dropped that, but you heard it and you'll be like, wow, it's gold. Exactly, and that is what.
When I look at it, it looks like you just dropped it.
Okay, because we have so much songs though. I mean, like we've been recording in the studios. I was actually in the studio yesterday, to be honest with you, with my boys.
The rest of us are busy.
I was in the studio writing and doing something for another act, a very amazing act, Bugatti Bonsu. So I'm working. I have a lot of songs lined up. I would actually be releasing my first single of the album next month.
Wow, that's amazing. Oh,
next month.
I can't wait to actually get my hands on it.
Track called Money.
Okay, so now tell me, right now, your first album since 2018, and this is now the time you're releasing the second one.
No, You had
few in between.
Okay,
right?
so I have let me see, Audition, Confessions. I have 3 albums and 1 mixtape, so that's 4.
Beautiful.
So this will be my 4th studio album.
Nice one.
4th official studio album.
Interesting.
And that's why it's taking time.
Wow. What would you say that has been the most challenging being an artist here in Toronto?
To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie, it's financing and platform.
Okay.
Financing and platform, because you see, when you look at the other forms of music, like the Latino music and all those things, they get investors.
Oh, yeah, why is that?
Yeah, they get investors because there are people believe in them that we could push our crowd, right? But our people,
because these guys are in the forefront of decision making?
No.
Or we don't have our guys there?
That is a point. But right now, if you go on most of the boards, we have our people also instead of, it's not too much, we will need more representation, but we still have certain representations who should be bringing in more things to we, the black and also the African artists. The issue is that you see, for someone to come invest into something, they have to see something out of it.
Right.
You have to see my performance on stage to say, no, he deserves an interview. Let me give him an interview. If I did trash, he wouldn't come to me.
That's true.
So the community people like yourself need to start like what you're doing, investing more into the local craft, having the artists performing, giving them money for videos, helping them out here and there, because it's expensive.
It is.
Now, when we are able to build an act for ourselves, now we can actually sell that culture to somebody else to come buy in. Like we go to a pop concert, we go to a hip hop concert. Why can't we also lift our own? African man wants to put in 2,000 today, tomorrow they want 4,000 back.
That's the problem.
They don't have the time to wait.
We need patient.
We need a patient. We need a patient. So for me, that is it.
So would you say that is the challenge a bit more? Are they a bit more lenient on us, here in Canada, or is it more easier to kind of pick up back in Africa?
Okay, because so when your song hits,
a lot of really good musicians coming from Africa seems to be like making it to the global,
and the reason is Africa. That is what they do, right? That is what they do.
Okay.
They are pushing the act and selling the act outside for us, right? Same way we were also supposed to lift up, like you see, lift up, so that they would also find us worthy. So that other people could also find, even though we are in Canada, I mean, we are doing Afrobeat, and it's the same thing they're doing back home. So the stage they could mount, we could mount the same stage too, right?
That's right.
So it's like they rather accept when the music is coming from there, right?
Indeed, than it is from here.
So that's something and that is because over there, that is all they do. That is what they're hearing every day. How many times do we hear Afrobeat? Recently, we are hearing Afrobeat on mainstream.
That's
so
right. Was it, if you look at it back then, during these guys, Lumbas, and all these guys, they used to live in abroad. But then nothing like that is happening there. All the music was actually, they perform and then send it home and then promote it back.
Yeah, but if you watch, it was when they went home, they got bigger.
That's right, yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, because we have come to part in entertainment where visuals is now the thing. I have to see who is singing. Who is that guy killing the stage? I was gonna go buy food, but this guy is killing the stage. Let me go watch.
That's right.
So it's visual.
That's right.
Okay, so
because the sound and all that, kind of I rather style myself because the music was fulfilling to me.
Yes.
Right. So that's amazing. Actually, how you actually, explain it makes sense. Okay. So now, what you said, it makes so much sense to the point that what can we do as collective individuals come together, and how can we take this art to where it deserves?
Okay. So first, the government need to give more money to African.
Which government are we talking about here?
Every government. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, all the governments that we have, provincial, whatever, they all need to start throwing a lot of money for African support.
Hold that part for a second, right? Okay. So are you actually saying the Canadian government is not that much supportive when it comes to African, art?
I wouldn't say they are not much supportive. I would say that they are not doing it as they're supposed to.
It's not enough.
No, it's not. It's not even there like that. It's there, but it's not there like that. So they need to pay more attention to it and make sure that festivals like Ghana Fest, Afro Fest, Caribbean Fest, all these things that are highlighting African cultures, they get more funding. So they could pay artists and bands correctly to keep it moving, because that is the only way we could sell it.
That's right. Okay.
Right?
Okay. And now, when you talk about the funding, so what they actually funded, do you think that when you say it wasn't enough, was it because there is always some middle guys? So maybe by the time it reached to the right hand, it just wasn't. That
could be that could be a case, but I don't have evidence to that fact.
Yeah.
But I know there is always usually middlemen here and there. But what I'm trying to say is that, let's say a festival like Ghana Fest, because that's what we just did.
Yeah.
If you are giving grants or you are giving money to Ghana Fest, let's say if you were giving them 15,000, 15,000 today can't really do much for anything. So why don't you increase it?
Those are lunch money.
Yes,
basically.
That's why you have to give more, so that the next time Ghana Fest can bring in, showcase 4 more African artists. so that they could pay 4 more rather than paying just 5. They could pay 9 artists in total. There's more content. There's more cultural display.
Is this the reason why our artists from Ghana couldn't stay longer?
Yeah, exactly, because when they're here, you have to keep them in a hotel.
Yeah.
You have to make sure they're eating every day, and if you don't have the budget to fund for it, you have to do it quick and send them away.
That's right.
You see, meanwhile, if he was here for 2 more extra days, a local artist like myself can have a collaboration with him in the studio.
Absolutely,
content is created.
And this is what I want you to actually voice out to the Canadian government. You know, and I need you to say it, right?
Oh, no. I mean, like, seriously, I mean, like, they know.
Because this is going to them.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, they know. Like, try to give the African festivals enough money like you give for Jerk Fest, like you give for Jazz Fest, and all these Kensington Market and all these things. I mean, like, they give them all of those, and I think that...
And I believe there's a lot of talent, okay, for us to kill the mental, issues that we're going through here. I just got back from Edmonton. Like every corner and everywhere you go, there's these issues.
Of course.
Shows have been, put down. I've seen houses burned down for someone that just, they're not doing it for any other reason, but because they're having issues. So an artist like you guys come in, guess what? They get inspired.
Yes.
They want to be like you. They want to be closer to you. They want to keep playing because now, guess what? When they come to your show, all right, they want to also see themselves feeling,
that someday they will get there.
That's right.
I agree.
Create that connection and synergy.
I agree.
You see, so with that, we need to really, voice out and then see how we can impact, with your, with your talent and the work that you guys putting out there, and then everything that has to come together, and then being able to create some synergy, something that can definitely change the way we do things. Because it's absolutely,
it's a collaborative effort. It's a collaborative effort. The government got to help. We, the artists, also need to stay prepared. Because. And
then you also mentioned another show that there's that's this weekend, right?
Yeah, this weekend. I have a few shows lined up. I have a Wellland Caribbean Festival.
What is it called again?
Wellland.
Is it Wellland?
Yeah, Wellland. That's in Welland, Ontario.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, that's close to Niagara.
Oh wow, but then that's not Africa, right?
That's African.
Is it African?
It's Afro-Caribbean.
Afro-Caribbean?
It's Afro-Caribbean, so it's both African and Caribbean, all put together.
So you are like multi,
all over.
Kind of,
I'm multifaceted. Everywhere you put me, I fit in.
Can you tell me a little about this, about that festival?
Okay, so Wellland is, they're growing an African and Afro community down there. So I think it's only right they get their festival, and this is the first time they're putting this festival together, being put together by Dreammakers Entertainment, which is owned by Chico, who is a Liberian. Okay. Yeah, who have set up a entertainment company. Nice. And they're doing it in collaboration with the city of Wellland together for their first Afro-Caribbean festival.
Nice.
So they invited me on it, and I said, why? Come on, why not?
Absolutely.
I mean, for honoring me, seeing me worthy to grace the first ever, I'm going to be there. So yeah, people should make their way on the 12th, which is next Saturday, at Welland, Ontario, Welland Festival at the Welland Park.
Beautiful.
It's going to be amazing. I'll be there. They bring in an artist also from Uganda. Oh wow! So it should be something
amazing.
Good.
Is there any any show or any activity or anything that's going to be that you also planning to do in Ghana anytime soon?
I'll be in Ghana somewhere in November.
Okay. So what's going down in Ghana?
Oh, I actually have a few shows I have to do, and then I'm also going to finish the finishing touches to the album.
In Ghana?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because that's where I do most of my work, right? Wow. Yeah, I try to get the right people, so that's why I do most of my work. So I'll be there in November to December.
Okay, so you're going to be there from November all the way till December?
Yes.
That's amazing. Yeah. And then while you're also there, is there any shows that you plan on?
I have a couple of shows I might be on, like December to Remember and other shows. Like I don't have the actual dates yet, but I'll find them and then I mean, people should just I'm gonna watch out on my pages, and then they will get all the information.
Well, I'll link the pages, down below, and then we will kind of link all this talk that we do, and also if anybody want to reach out to you, is there any direct link that they can use to get to you?
Yes. They could send a message.
Okay.
DM me.
Okay.
Like on Instagram.
Yes.
Slimflex official.
Okay, so that's Slimflex official.
Yeah.
That's
on Instagram.
Okay, that's your Instagram. And what about any other?
And also you could get it on the email.
On the email.
Yes.
Okay.
officialslimflex@gmail.
Okay. And then is there any YouTube?
YouTube is Slimflex official.
Slimflex official as well.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna link all that so that we can reach out. Right?
Thank you so much.
This has been a blessing getting to meet up with you.
Thank you.
And then the opportunity to have and sit with you and discuss this, issues that we're going through, and also get to also know more about the man behind the flex, Slimflex. That's amazing, and I'm sure that you guys have seen so far. This I'm putting all the show, so they will see as well.
Right.
And I really appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Right, and I wish you nothing but the best.
Ghana for one moment. So we come baby and make us awesome. You know, you're going to I say, Sophia. Obedience is so fire, and yes, so fire. It's not so fire, no, it's not so fire. And you know, I see the cold, so I say, I say, I say, oh, fear when you're at home. I say, if you're good, and yes, in the yes, so fire, and so fear. It's the be as